I'm very curious to see where this new arc goes. Moro has been vanquished, and the world returns to peace once again in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 67. We see everyone congratulate Goku for a job well done, even though it was all his fault, but at least Vegeta's not being an arse licker with his classic Jeet scowl. We then switch to everyone celebrating the dub on the Lookout and Planet Yardrat as well. Vegeta then demands to know where the giant bit of energy came from, and obviously Goku has no clue, so he just scoffs because he thinks Goku's hiding something. We then switch to Oob and the Grand Supreme Kai talking about what happened, but before Oob can get a proper explanation, the Grand Supreme Kai dips from the scene, leaving Oob to question whether this was all a dream. Back on the Lookout, Dende begins to fanboy over the Kai, but he turns right back into Boo now that his work is done and doesn't even remember a thing that happened. We then cut to post-arc celebrations where everyone is at Hercules, and we see that even Buller got to age, but of course Toei will never give Goten or Trunks the same privilege. Goku then returns Eska to Namek and has the Namekian Dragon Balls put the universe back to normal, and we get to see Planet Zune because we cared so much about them. Days later, Goku, Vegeta, and Majin Buu get summoned by the Galactic King for a medal ceremony, and of course, Goku grabs the King's balls when trying to shake his hand. But what I like is the fact that they actually refer to our Prince of All Saiyans as Vegeta the Fourth, like in the Broly movie. And then we get the reveal that Beerus is actually alive. Now you're probably wondering how when my man was erased. Well, I'm so glad you asked. We already knew that the Grand Priest was gonna be pretty pissed, but it turns out he actually erased Beerus and brought him back as a mortal before he could be erased naturally, thus removing him of his angel powers. But we're yet to find out what he can still do. He was only this merciful because the Supreme Kai actually came willing to
sacrifice my own life for Pakistan.
Okay, not Pakistan, Beerus, but obviously he's not gonna just let this slide because Beerus caused all this trouble under Whis' care. So they're being forced to play with the Zenos while his two guards take some time off. And while it's kinda jarring that they didn't get banned from going to Earth, it is a very Dragon Ball thing to do. And besides, since Beerus is getting punished even though Whis was in charge of Beerus, it's beginning to make him resent Goku. And this leads me to believe that a future Goku vs Beerus rematch will be coming in the arc after the upcoming one, as I do believe this Zeno punishment will be how they keep Beerus out of the upcoming Granola arc. Now as for the arc after, I think Goku and Beerus will heavily fall out, and Goku will actually beat him in their rematch, resulting in Beerus leaving Earth for a long time, whether to either train or cry in his defeat, so that he won't be present when we get to the end of Z. Now, I just want to say I love this photo. Honestly, a brilliant ending to this arc, and so we transition into the next one with Jocko being asked to join this guy with an interrogation of Moro's goons regarding some energy coming from the crater Moro left. One of the goons asks if 7-3 was completely destroyed, but it turns out Jocko didn't check, and of course, he survived and has already been regenerating. Jocko goes in to check the crater and finds nothing because 7-3 had already been retrieved by some new characters, and so begins the Granola Rescue or Survivor arc. I can't really remember what it was called. We then find out 7-3 is one of many androids that was stolen by Moro's goons, and is now very useful due to the data that's inside of him. We then meet Granola, who boards the ship looking for 7-3. He easily beats all the guards, so they send out every 7-3 clone at him, but since he knows their weakness is the crystal on their head, he easily takes them out. He then finally arrives in the room keeping our 7-3, who has only managed to regenerate his torso and one arm over the last few months in the healing tank, and so we await the next chapter to find out Granola's plan. Overall, a very good transition into the next arc, and this new arc is looking to be pretty interesting. And remember, if you don't want some wavy looking anime t-shirts, hoodies, or accessories, be sure to check out Kaioken Clothing in the link below, using the code TELBY for 10% off. So once again, I appreciate you man taking your time to watch this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and bless.